Okay, so here we are. This is what we're going to do in this little project here. Back at the beginning of, well, actually it was at the end of December. Back at the end of December, I asked the guy that does this rice field here to push the dirt back up this way. Since he had his tractor here, it wouldn't take him very long to do. And he says, don't need it. My ben rai. So he didn't do it. So I was going to hire an excavator to come and do it. So I asked him and the other two guys that have this field and the field down at the other site, and they said not till after New Year's. So I was going to have the backhoe come in, or not the backhoe, the excavator come in and pick up all this dirt that these guys had pushed in while they were working on the fence. Well, what they did at the end of December, before the New Year's came up, they went ahead and flooded the fields. So I couldn't do anything to this thing. They harvested sometime in June, and before I could get somebody in here, it was a very short turnaround. They flooded the field again. So there I was, not able to do anything to this thing. And as you can see, this stuff really settled, and of course all the dirt that had come down this way, they plowed it under and made it part of their field. So now what I've got to do, I've got to buy more dirt so they can stack it up there, because it's really eating up this fence here, and long term it will crack and all kinds of different things. As you can see here, it's quite a bit. Yeah. And what I'm so amazed at is these guys use this little walkway to go back and forth and, you know, get around their rice fields when they're flooded. And I'm doing this for them. I'm paying for it. And they still don't keep their word and wait so I can bring this excavator in here and get it done. And then as you can see down here, that big old thing that was down there, that big old bush tree looking thing, I cut it off because the guy that does this rice field here, he never did it. Now this is not just this fence here. I find it really amazing because all over Thailand, people do their fences and they're by the side of the ditch or irrigation ditch or what have you. or just a plain old fence where rain wears at it and stuff. And this is what you get, is erosion from underneath, and then pretty soon the wall starts leaning in. And I find it I find it very amazing, because they really don't understand the power of water, and yet there is so much of it here. There's a lot of rain. They have a long rainy season, and then after you get this, it just gets bigger and bigger until the fence starts leaning. They take a bamboo and prop it up until finally one day it falls over, and then they build a new fence. And the funny thing is, all they had to do, add a little bit of dirt there, keep it from eroding that there, and that fence would last for a long, long time. Anyway, tomorrow, even though it's not what I want, tomorrow we will get a tractor and some dirt, and that tractor will push the dirt up against this thing. The reason I wanted an excavator is because the excavator can put the dirt exactly where you need it, push down on it, make it flat, make it square, make it whatever you want. Whereas a tractor, all it can do is just push it up there, which is okay. It's okay, but that's not what I wanted. However, don't get me wrong, I'd rather have anything take and push this dirt up here. I'd rather have anything push this dirt up here and cover this, rather than have the erosion continue and that just get bigger and bigger. So I'm trying to beat these guys at flooding these fields. So hopefully tomorrow here, let me show you this gate here. As you can see this here, this thing is leaning because the dirt from underneath here is going and eroding away. I don't know if you can see this, but this whole thing here is moving and leaning. This is supposed to be touching here. So anyway, this thing is leaning. So what I'm gonna have to do, after they backfill that whole thing there, I'm gonna have to dig this thing up and re-concrete this thing, because this whole thing sank and is pulling under and over and all kinds of things. All right, we'll see what happens tomorrow. For watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย